order. Joining me now, Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody. Attorney General Moody, Florida has recently announced a strike force to crack down on immigration-related crimes. There's also a bill that was introduced to the Florida Senate to combat Biden's secret migrant flights. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, Dagan, as you said, every month we're seeing a new record high of encounters with unvetted illegal immigrants flooding into our nation. And Florida has seen most of those coming over. In fact, when I visited the border with Governor DeSantis, and by the way, I've been there twice. I don't think President Biden has been there one time. Those coming over said, 7 out of 10 told our officers they were headed to Florida. And so we have been very proactive. Thankfully, we have a governor like Governor DeSantis that said, we're not going to sit back. Even though we're not a border state, we are the recipient of many of these unvetted migrants. In fact, we've already seen a murder of one of our citizens by someone that the Biden administration flew here, without letting us know, without telling us. And so Governor DeSantis has said, we're going to set up a strike force. Our local and state agencies are going to specifically look for and interdict those smuggling unvetted illegal immigrants into our state and drugs. We've already been arresting people. We've found drugs enough to kill thousands of Floridians. It's insane. Think of the madness, Dagan. We actually have criminal, violent cartels facilitating the smuggling, and the Biden administration carries out the last leg. They're like, thanks, we got it from here. We'll take it from here. We'll make sure they get all over the country. It's incredible what we're facing as we're seeing record numbers. No wonder we're seeing record numbers. And lastly, let me just tell you, Governor DeSantis didn't only assemble a strike force with coordinated response among our law enforcement. We're not only arresting people here in the state of Florida, we've also impaneled a grand jury to start getting the information as to who is working with these criminal networks, these transnational criminals that are smuggling drugs and humans into our nation. And that's a very bold step. I would submit to you, we're going to look at everything, including the federal government and what part they're playing.
I want to bring up the issue. This broke in recent days. Billionaire Ken Griffin is moving his massive hedge fund firm, Citadel, from Chicago to Miami. Griffin was making this decision because of Florida's business-friendly environment, tax incentives, and concerns over rising crime in Chicago. Your thoughts on Griffin's move, and how active is Florida and the governor and everybody in leadership at courting these businesses in deep blue but dangerous cities and states?
Well, look, Florida has always had great beaches. We're a no-income tax state. There are many reasons to consider Florida for your home and to relocate your business. But we've seen in recent years, and let me tell you, as someone that's been a judge and a federal prosecutor for decades, I have been shocked at what is going on in some of our once great cities and states. You see these people, I'm going to call them fake prosecutors. They're getting elected. Their number one agenda is not protecting their communities and their jurisdictions. It is to impose a radical progressive agenda which weakens and really demolishes the very communities they are professing to protect. And, Mr. Griffin has said he's had a worker stabbed on the way to work. He's had workers that were mugged. He said you can't expect people to live in cities where you cannot keep them safe. And Florida is a law and order state. We'll continue to point that out, where these other cities have fake prosecutors and they don't even have an intention to change what they're doing. They're telling you, we are going to stop prosecuting certain crimes. We're going to let certain people out, even violent repeat offenders, out of jail. How can someone move there and live there and run a business there and think that it's going to be stable and safe? So welcome to Florida. Come on down.
Real quick before we go, Attorney General, Florida, the governor, DeSantis, just signed an organized retail theft bill into law. It'll take effect in October. Just tell us more about that quickly.
That's one great example that distinguishes our state from some of these other states that have these fake prosecutors, right? So we came out, we saw some of this going on, this record number of retail theft that's also associated many times with violent crime. We said we're going to be proactive. Florida is not going to follow in that same vein, and we've passed an organized retail theft bill that allows our law enforcement to collect the information, to go after these organized crime rings, and to give our prosecutors the tools they need to prosecute it successfully in court.
Attorney General Ashley Moody, thank you so much for being here. Always great to see you.
Great to see you, Dagan.
Coming up, Democratic